What's going on, guys? In this video I just want to show you a faster way to create a folder structure. um so first I'll show you the way that I did it for a long time, and then I'll show you like a faster way that takes some time to learn, but once you get used to it, it's so much faster. um and I had I'm a perfect example because during the whole boot camp process I was not doing it this way. I was doing it my way, and it just saved so much time once I actually switched over and learned the process. I don't know why I didn't do it this way for the longest time. So here's the way I used to do it. Like, let's say I needed to make a new project in VS Code. So I would just open up VS Code. I would go new, open up a new window, whatever. I'm gonna close that. Okay. And then I'll go open folder. I'll make a folder on my desktop called test project. That. Now here's my folder, and then I would come in here and make my index.html. I'd make style.css. I'd make a script.js. Make a folder, pictures or whatever you're trying to do. I would do it this way, and here's my setup. I would go like this, do my thing, boom. So, and that wasn't horrible, but once you get into, we were learning Angular 1, and there's, then you have a components folder, and then you have a services folder, and then you have, oops, sorry about that. Then you have modules folder, and then you have like a router. You know what I mean? It gets insane to do this way. So and then so like another way, also I'm using, you're gonna need the command prompt for this. I'm using GitBash. If you don't have Git, if you're on Windows and you're using like the command prompt, you want to go to just type in Git in Google. Do this, click first one, download for Windows, go through it. You want to use this command prompt. I'm not going to get into too much like explanation on why. Just know that you can use more commands using this terminal, using bash, than the actual terminal. So yeah, so you open up this, and another way though, before I even get into like the fast way, is like, let's say you wanted to do it just from the desktop. Like I wanted to make a new project 2, and then I would go in here and I would make, like an index.html somehow. Honestly, I don't know how. How do you? I don't actually know how. Yeah, it just makes a text document. I'm not sure. So yeah, either way, you can't do that. So here's the way. You go into the command prompt. If you look, or GitBash, sorry, and then it shows I'm at the very root directory. I'm at C users mic. So first thing I'll do, CD, change directory, and I just type desk and then tab. You can type the whole thing out. You can just type DE. But yeah, change directory. Now I'm on the desktop. Now I'm here. And then there's 2 commands you need to learn besides CD. CD is just change directory. Remember that, and always keep in mind where you're at. So the first command you want to learn is mkdir, and it stands for make directory. So I can go mkdir space new project, and there you go. I have a new project folder on my desktop. Again, I can CD new tab, takes me into the new project. Now I'm in the new project folder, right? And if I type, the next command you need to learn is touch index.html. I now have an index.html file in that folder. You can do multiple files. I can say touch style.css, script.js, about.html, and then here you go. I can also make folders, again with the mkdir, make directory. I want components folder, a services folder, a module folder, a router, a server, a blah, you know what I mean, etc, etc. Okay, you can't do blah. Oh, you can't make the same. Okay, bad. Okay, now they already made, because yeah, they made all those folders made, so it's way quicker. And then there's an even bigger plus to this, and it may not work for everybody, so you may have to do some research on how to get it set up, but it can be used by everybody. You just have to figure out how to set yours up. But for me, it just worked off default using GitBash. Once you are in your directory, if you just type code space period, it will literally open VS Code with your folder. set up. So I'm gonna do the whole thing the old way and the new way at like top speed, and then we'll see. You guys can judge which one is faster and go and do what you want. So the old way, I don't have any folders set up. I'm gonna go into VS Code. I'm just gonna do this fast. I'm gonna go open folder. I'm gonna make a new folder called test project. I'm gonna open that. Here I'm gonna make index.html, script.js, style.c. Again, I'm just making random files. Like, you wouldn't use a lot of these if you're using components and Angular and all that stuff anyways. But I'll make a new folder. Making random stuff, services. Let's go into the okay. Components is in services on accident, and services is in. Whatever, we'll keep that in mind. And we're here. Okay, so I guess that wasn't too bad. Now, let's do it the other way. Keep in mind I had the services in components, so I'll do that as well. So, open bash, desktop, make directory test project. Oops. Directory test project, cd into test project, make directory components, cd into components, make directory services. Oops, sir, I guess. Press tab, so that'll work. Cd out of components, and I want to make an index.html, style.css, script.js, about.html, colors.html. Okay, and then code. And then honestly, I may even just come in here, do that. Still, you know, still do whatever, but can't. It's undeniable, right? Command prompt. Learn the commands, use it. There's so many more commands. Let's say I didn't want the services. I'll go into the components folder. I'll type rm services. RM removes a file. If you're trying to remove a folder, it's rmdir services. ls will show you the contents of your folder. So now if I type ls, it shows me nothing because the components folder is empty. If I go up a folder, that's how you go up a folder. cd period slash. Now I'm in just test project. Keep in mind, here's where you're actually at. Now I'm in test project. If I type ls, it shows me, okay, in this folder you have about, colors, components, cd. So it shows you, okay, you kind of get the idea of what you can cd into, etc. Yeah, that's the video. Just using GitBash as a faster way to set up file structures in VS Code. Using code period to open up VS Code is a great shortcut, as well as making directories, folders, and files using touch. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I hope you start using the command prompt more often and not being afraid of it, because I know I was for a long time. But that is it for me. Learn by coding. Until next time, guys, take it easy.